the police today, they came out very firm. They changed their tactics. They raised the black flag and shot tear gas very early on. So it is perhaps not a huge surprise that they could control this situation before 8 o'clock. But after dark, we still saw pockets of violence, lots of fires started by protesters along the way. And even earlier today, in a moment of chaos, according to the South China Morning Post, an undercover police officer shot shot a live round right about around Wanchai. So the level of violence, despite this protest ending early, was definitely not receding. Joe.
The difference today, I suppose, being the police coming in and clearing pockets of flashpoints much earlier, much swifter than usual, in some places in under a minute. Is this a deliberate strategy? Are they losing patience?
That's right, Joe. It does appear to us that this is a deliberate change in policing tactic because in the past, even with an unauthorized march, the police would give most of the marchers the benefit of the doubt. They would let them proceed peacefully and really only take action after the majority of the marchers have left and the hardened minorities start vandalizing property very extensively. But that's not what the police did today. They were very firm from the get-go. As we're saying, they started shooting tear gas before 2:30, and they also became a lot more coordinated. When we saw them arresting protesters in Admiralty, you would see hundreds of police officers coming from all sorts of different directions. So the swiftness of their action and the effectiveness definitely is a big departure from what we saw in the 16 weeks in the past. But as to the protesters, though, initially from their discussions online, for our senses, they actually didn't come out to have this running battles. For one, they wanted the media coverage to really focus on the message they're trying to send, this globalized anti-totalitarianism march. But the other reason, of course, is a lot of them have decided that they need to conserve energy for the big day, which is Tuesday, October 1st, China's 70th anniversary.
Indeed. And as we project our minds forward, what does today then tell us about the mood of both the police and the protesters in the build-up to this 70th National Day celebrations?
Well, the police, as we were explaining earlier, has definitely decided that the wait-and-see approach they adopted in the past is no more, because it didn't work very well for them. As to the protesters, we do get a sense that a lot of people are conserving energy for that big day because they know that's the day there's going to be a lot of global attention on China. And also, in the weeks past, actually, we've seen the crowd of protesters, either the peaceful crowd, both the peaceful crowd or the very hard and radical crowd, dwindling. Actually. So that was actually starting to get us to think that maybe this movement is about to fizzle out. But from what we saw today, the protesters on their part also just came out in much bigger numbers. So all of this indicating that October 1st would be quite something. It has the potential to get quite chaotic here in Hong Kong.